Okay, to start a pre-lab write-up, the first thing you're going to want to do is come over to this tower, and you're going to want to go to the appropriate drawer, whether you're in A day or B day, and inside of there you will find the pre-made folders. Make sure that you get the folder that is labeled for your hour and lab group. Like this one says Foods 1, or Foods 2, I'm sorry, 2B, Lab 1. You did pick your labs last time. If you do not remember what lab you're in, it can be looked up in my subfolder. We have the labs listed there. Inside of your folder, what you will find is your cleanup checklist is always stapled on the inside flap. Also inside on the back, you will see a description of all of the lab jobs. The other two papers that have been put in for you, one of them will last you all semester. They are your rotation sheet and evaluation sheet. Your job is to make sure that every lab that you have, that you fill out who is going to do which of these jobs. Remember, if you only have 3 people, there's no host or hostess. Underneath is where you will put the thing that you are making. For instance, our first lab for Foods 2 is chicken nuggets and the date you are cooking. Now you have 2 options. You can fill them out one at a time, or you can go ahead and pull up the document on Google Classroom that has the lab dates, and you can fill it out for the whole semester. The other paper, the evaluation paper, is where you will fill out just the top 4 lines and set it up for a lab. So you would put the date of the lab, the hour you're in, what you are cooking, and your kitchen number. Again, you can pull the document up on Classroom with the lab dates, and you can fill this out for all semester, or you can just do for your first lab. The other paper you will need is in the top basket. You will get a new one of these every single lab. This is your lab work plan. This is where you will take your recipe and divide up your ingredients into the appropriate places that you would find it in the grocery store. Put the ingredients and the measurements, as well as any equipment that you will not find in your kitchen on a regular basis. On the back is where you copy the directions of the recipe. What I encourage is whoever is going to be the head cook for this lab is the person to write the directions for the recipe. All of these papers, as well as your recipe, will go in your folder, and your folder will always go into the appropriate basket for your hour to be graded. Once it is graded, Mrs. Ricky will put it back into the drawer where you will find it for the next lab. A final reminder on your labs. This is where you will find your lab evaluation forms that you will do at the end of every single lab. Also remember that you are not allowed in the kitchen until your syllabus is signed, and every day that you miss, every lab day that you miss due to an unsigned syllabus will result in a 0 for the lab, so make sure you check and see if your syllabus has been turned in.